Everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. What a crazy day. I'll talk more about the markets in a second. Short trades and stuff like that too. CMG pretty much got crushed here. What's interesting on this is that the idea there's the idea in trading is you got to pick your battles, right? Like, are you going for direction? Or are you going for income? And I'm bringing this up just because in terms of income and expected move for CMG, and I was watching this one today, obviously, for obvious reasons. Here's something that this was like the trade of the week, just sold it. This is the one where Don did the put debit spread. Of course, he nailed it. And I did the Iron Condor. And even though CMG rolled over and died, the whole idea of doing it, selling something outside of the expected move, end up getting, max profit on the trade. So sell it for 95 cents, expires worthless, da-da-da-da. And what's interesting in something like this, where the volatility like this is, of course, completely exploding higher. And the idea is just kind of like, all right, so what is directional? What's harder, directional or just doing income kind of a stuff? So, whether it's like a spread, like on a price line or something like that, or an Iron Condor, it's what is the difficult trade. So for income, what's interesting is this is a kind of a good example right here where for an income trade, I'm selling we sold the 120, 125 call credit spread for $1.62 on Netflix, okay? Closed today at 53 cents. The implied volatility here, of course, completely exploding. I did do a trade directionally towards the end of the day with the idea that the markets just may continue going lower, right, on Monday. So that's just kind of the difference between income and direction. Income is for consistency. Direction, especially in this type of environment, is going to be a little bit more aggressive, okay? A good example, that would be NASDAQ futures. So I'm holding 20 NASDAQ futures short into the weekend with the idea that we could continue lower on Monday. But guess what? If the markets explode higher on Monday, I'm going to have to take some heat with this. However, on my Netflix call credit spread, okay, not that big a deal because it is, the 120 call is a long ways and it's outside of the expected move of where Netflix is. Okay, so that's just kind of the main kind of difference there in terms of direction versus just income, which is a little bit more relaxed way of trading. Okay, the other thing here I want you to kind of keep an eye on is, let's take a look at the VIX futures. In fact, we'll take a look at the VIX here on a chart. Just to keep in mind, so I'm doing this Friday after the close, and direction-wise, we're setting up where the weekly squeeze just fired off on the VIX, which at a minimum, and this was a pathetic squeeze, but that that took it up to like 33, 34, so got a little bit more potential upside there. But just keep in mind that if a weekly squeeze does fire to the upside, I mean the last time was up here about 46, so there's definitely some upside on the VIX, which means there's some downside on the market. Okay, so specifically, if you're looking at a weekly chart, well, first of all, keep in mind, if you're looking at a daily chart, of course, things are like, oh, it's extended. How could it go any further, right? But if you look at a weekly chart, it's like, well, we could easily go to 1901.62, which is about almost 70 points away. Okay, that's a big deal. And if you look at a monthly chart, then it's not that big of a deal. And I take which I take to mean it's like, well, meaning we could come back and kind of test support. So long story short, if I think there's good reason to believe that Monday could be in a very extreme down day, and in the room we're aggressively short going into the weekend. Of course, anything can happen over the weekend, but the main thing here would be to on Monday, if we do get into those levels, that would be a place to take profits. Now, if this direction stuff just kind of leaves you stressed out, you don't have to do the direction stuff. All right, just a reminder too, if you Here's the thing: if the directional stuff freaks you out, you obviously need to be an expert at doing income. And if you like the directional stuff, it's still good to make income on the side. Bruce is going to be doing the premier class this Saturday, talking about the 4-course trading options for income strategies. Simpleroptions.com/core. That's this Saturday, August 22nd. And if you, for some reason, you can't make it, it's okay. It'll be recorded. And this one is going to be the first time ever that we've actually done a pure income trading mentorship with Bruce, who, if you have never worked with him, has got this amazing kind of outlook on things because he traded this stuff in a fund for 20 years and he knows all kind of the tricks of the trade. So $297 for the theory, $997 for the additional 3 days of live trading, being able to ask him questions, look live as he sets up trades, does defense and everything like that. And this upcoming week is going to be crazy for the markets, and what a great week to do it. This, of course, includes the Saturday class. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.